It's early November down here on the Cumberland River, probably for my last chance this year. Did not take my regular boat with the motor on it this time. I decided to take my canoe. I just decided it would be a little bit easier today. I'm not sure if that was a wise decision or not, but my plan is to fish this side of the river here, mostly by wading, maybe throwing a streamer to begin with, all along this bank, a few yards to my left, and then all the way down past that fallen tree, depending on the depth of the water, and then maybe later in the afternoon paddle across to the other side over there. Ah, there's a nice fish jumping. Ah, very nice. That's a good sign. Trout? Not sure, probably. Maybe fish over there. And then at the end of the day, near the end of the day, I may paddle upriver to a gravel bar. It's about a quarter mile, half mile upriver, depending on how I'm doing down here. That's the purpose of the canoe, to get myself from here over to that far bank and then upriver if necessary. So I'll start off with a streamer, see how that goes, and switch over to a nymph later if I can. But that was a nice trout that jumped over there, so that's an encouraging start for the day. We'll see what happens. Okay, the first trout of the day. Had a couple of hits earlier on a white clouser type minnow, and then I switched to a brown one, and this guy hit it. It looks like a recent stalker, probably 9 or 10 inches, something like that, but I've only been fishing for half an hour, so alright, we already got a fish today. Alright, let me see if I can get this guy in and let him go again. Well, looks like it's going to be an okay day. This is number 2. Rainbow. First. It was in store cards in the beginning. It was round Schminnow. I guess I'll stick with it. Alright, time to get this guy back in the... Crossed over to the other side of the river. Getting strikes over on the first side. I just kept breaking the fish off. They were hitting real hard, and I'd strike back hard, and they'd break my fly off. I lost at least 3 flies that way. Probably should have been a little more gentle with the hook set, but when you feel a violent strike, the urge is to strike back just as violently, and you only got 4x tippet on there. It doesn't work too well, so I'm going to fish over on this side for a while. Staying with the streamer since they seem to like it. If that doesn't work, I'll switch over and maybe try some nymphs or something. I don't think I'm going to be going upriver today in the canoe. It's very windy, gusty. So it looks like there's enough fish on these riverbanks close to where I parked the car, so I'll probably just stay in the vicinity around here. Okay, another rainbow. That same size as the first couple. This time I tried not to set the hook at all. I just let the fish take it. He didn't break it off, and he got himself hooked. Alright, quite a few fish active today. I just got to figure out how to keep them hooked. Well, I think I finally figured out how to catch these guys. Do not set the hook. Just let them eat it. Just let them eat it. Don't pull back on the rod or anything. Just let them eat it, and they will eventually swallow it. This guy, I don't know if you can see it, but he's got a little bit of damage on his flanks, as if something came after him. These are all probably recent hatchery fish. Not used to being in a wild environment. Hope this guy makes it through the winter, but I'm going to let him go. Well, what a day. What a day. And now completed by this guy. One of the biggest rainbows I've ever caught. This must be 20 inches, this guy. Came up and hit that black and brown Schminnow right in front of some shallows. Beautiful fish. Took me a long time to get him in. He must be good 22 inches long. Beautiful rainbow trout. Look at that red stripe on him. Alright, now I'm going to take some still pictures of them. Well, that big rainbow tore up my black and brown Schminnow so bad I had to put a different fly on, and I've used up all of my brown ones, so I had to put on a black one with some greenish tinsel in it. And I've already caught 2 fish on that in the last 5 minutes, so the fish are just on fire right now. This is great. About the best day of fishing I've had in Kentucky in 2014 today. Alright, let me get this guy back. Well, this has turned into the best day I've ever had on the Cumberland River. This guy's not quite as big as the first one, but he's big enough. He's bigger than the net. Look at that. Hanging over the side of the net. Probably 18, almost 20 inches. The other guy was a little bigger, but I'll have to measure the net later, but I'd say that's probably an 18-inch net. Fish is close to 20. What a day. What a day. Well, I've paid my dues, and things are turning out okay today. Alright, let me snap a couple pictures and then let this guy get upright and back in the water. Okay, this will be my last fish of the day. Another rainbow, about 10, 11 inches. Not a bad sized little fish. I basically ran out of the flies that I'd been using earlier. I just kept breaking them off on fish or whatever. So after this past half hour or so, I decided I would just try something different. Go back to the nymph and see. I got a couple of hits, and then this fish here. So it's been a great day. It's 10 to 5. I have a long drive home and all, and it's supposed to get windy. And I got to get the canoe secured to the roof of the Subaru. So I think I'll call it quits right now, but it's been a really good day.